Menglawa, Genotic Hamaro, Niri, letters from a father to his daughter, now to the me India's Yiri Pisa, Eri Tiama, chapter 16. The Patriarch, how he developed the Kanliutia. A patriarch, Raga, she Kamale Pogavita, Munazu Kana on Buraba, how he developed to the blue, Pumu to the label. A Tony Titime, Parma Sadani Sapea. I hope you do not find my account of the old tribes and their patriarchs very dull. I hope Pe Myolemai. Pe Chako Myolen the Lesro. My account of the old tribes and their patriarchs, Tao cannot pay a lot. That's you do not find very dull. They be your Nimuzia, Kauna, Matria, Myolemai. Pe down at the Biole, my account of the old tribes and their patriarchs. The Shihao, Munezuri, Peter, 3 Munezu, Ganzoni, no? And I the Pissing a Jango, the beat they be your Nimuzia, Kauna, Matria, Myolemai. To Biodiaga, Shihao Munezuri, Town Pure, Munezu, Ganzoni, Patriarch Street, Town Pure, any Pure Town, the meet they be your Nimuzia, Macau, Pia, Macau, Myolemai. I told you in my last letter that everything in those days belonged to the whole tribe and not to each member separately. I told you in my last letter that everything in those days, everything in those days belonged to the whole tribe. The Munazu to Zulone Saimare. And not to each member separately. Any Munezurima Pare, a poet, Diapona, Ludia, Dija, Tamuta Sanam Hopa. Palafi, the Kulon Pine, Munezu to Zulon Pine, Diacinzia Pinam Hop. Even the patriarch had nothing special to himself. Even the patriarch, Eddie Munezu Gonzon Marama, had nothing special to himself. Do a drop on to do Dija Pama Mishiba, a Tubama Mishiba. As a member of the tribe, he could only have a share like any other member. As a people aninebo, or as a member of the tribe, the Munezuye opponent dia onine. He could not have a share. He could only have a share like any other member. The child appointed lumube tuga wezu tezu. Not how we mare. That he was the organizer and he was supposed to look after the goods and property of the tribe. Better, he was the organizer to season to people. No? And he was supposed to look after the goods and property of the tribe. The Munezuye Gonzidi Paisan Muribo and Amigo Song Shoyamelu Yusatavare. The organizer the Nibimus and Patriarch Elopo. As his power increased, he began to think that these goods and property were really his own and not the tribe's. As his power increased, he began to think that these goods and property were really his own to go by, and not the tribes. The no? Or rather, he thought that he himself, being the leader of the tribe, represented the tribe. Or rather, he thought that he himself being the leader of the tribe, the Munezuye Ganglong Pite Dojamlo Tukuranga represented the tribe. Eddie Munezuko Kuzapure Ludua Duila. So we see how the idea of owning things of the tribe, things for oneself began. So we see that how the idea of owning things for oneself began. How the idea of owning things for oneself begins Today, we are always thinking and talking about this thing being mine or yours. Today the dinikema. We are always thinking and talking of this thing being mine or yours. Apirua the Pisiga Naha Pide Meha Pide Sadapima Elumuto Pure a town Miren Pioniare Senzania. Apisiticus and Tangaha Tameha Sadapimono Miren Senzania. But as I have told you, the men and women of the first tribes did not think this way. Patriarch, as I have told you, the men and women of the first tribes, the Brahma Uzo Munezuri, Yauchari, Mimariga, did not think in this way. Dinina through Messana Gejava, Suraga Tilumetugejava, Pisidukuzo Tangaha, Tameha, Elumetugevau. Everything then belonged to the tribe. Then so any chenunga at the time of Surure. Everything then belonged to the tribes. Any chenunga, a yaring at the Munazuga Nibio, Pine Saimari. The old patriarch, however, began to think that he was the tribe, and so he looked upon most of the things belonging to the tribe as his own. The old patriarch, the Munazugana Uyawo, however, so began to think, Sabido Senalare, personal that he was the tribe, Tuga Munazupid. And so he looked upon most of the things belonging to the tribe as his own. To look upon Raga Senzara consider so he looked upon the Senzare, personal most of the things belonging to the tribe. The Munazua Painsane Yari and Miazugo as his whole own to ye Kuba and Pitua Senzara. When the patriarch died, all the members of the tribe gathered together and chose another person to be their leader or patriarch. When the patriarch died, and Munazukono, Quelone Akama, Bide Akama, all the members of the tribe, the Munazuya Powani Alum, Luri Alunga, gathered together to do a Suijabio and chose another person to be their leader or patriarch. The Chandu Diago Turi Gonzon Tamo Munazu Gonzon Bono, and Api. But usually, the family of the patriarch know more about the work of the organization than the others. Petra usually that Amiado Apiemo. The family of the patriarch Eri Munazuga and Mitazuga knew more about the work of organization than the others. Then the others are the Chaduri Tabo, no? Eri Poesie Lotigo Pubiro Tiva Palutiarale. As they were always with the patriarch, they used to help him in his work, and so they got to know about it. As they were always with the patriarch, they used to help him in his work. And so they got to know about it. It so happened, therefore, that when our old patriarch died, the members of the tribe chose someone else from the same family. It so happened, therefore, that when an old patriarch died, the members of the tribe chose someone else from the same family. So we find that the patriarch's family became different from the others, and the tribe always chose its leaders from this family. So we find that the patriarch's family became different from the others. And the tribe always chose its leaders from this family. Now the patriarch had a great deal of power. Now the patriarch had a great deal of power. Naturally, he wanted his own son or brother to succeed him as patriarch, and he tried his best to bring this about. Naturally, he wanted his own son or brother to succeed him. Tuga ta tamamho ni go no tu second season. Pa anine as patriarch. Munazu kano anine second season. Taro tabawa jara, no? And he tried his best to bring this about. Bring about ragada pipozi lo debeya. Or he tried his best to bring this about. Tahu pipozi to a common juzawai. Satya. So he trained his son or brother or some other near relative so that he might succeed him. So that he trained his son or brother to ta tamamu ni or someone near relative. Tamo sumu nizet go to a legion be. So that he might succeed him. To go second night on lobo no to a elimu legion be by. He even told the tribe that a certain person whom he had selected and trained must become patriarch after him. He even told the tribe that a certain person who he had selected and trained to must become patriarch after him. To lone akama, to mishore akama, munazu kama pia meluroma tuga munazu pure. Perhaps, to begin with, the members of the tribe did not like being told so. But they soon got used to it and always did what the patriarch wanted them to do. Or perhaps, to begin with, the members of the tribe did not like being told so. Dilumu pure kara machahu. Koko yumeli, through pure to Yuziala, no? Elimu pure kara machahu. But they soon got used to it. Right, get used to that chendaya. They soon got used to it and through Machagema Arao, Chendaya, and always did what the patriarch wanted them to do. Pero di Munazukanga through Lucy Jene Usa Miere Lola. There was practically no election or choosing of a new patriarch. There was practically no election. Or choosing of a new patriarch. The old man had already decided who was to be his successor, and this man succeeded. The old man had already decided who was to be his successor, but second and this man succeeded. So we see that the office of the patriarch became hereditary. So we see the office of the patriarch became hereditary. Hereditary hereditary, no? Tadamalo, any patriarch patriarch nemea, sense second that is, Suduraga, it remained in the same family and went from father to son or some other relative. Suduraga, that is Suduraga, it remained in the same family. Dimitazu to Zudamaveta Sapido Shinide. And went from father to son or some other relative. Pero peani belalesro, a peani biota, tamomo de cha, sumuzigo, tuarebo. The patriarch now was quite sure that the property and things belonging to the tribe were really his own. The patriarch now was quite sure. That the property and things belonging to the tribe. Eri Munazugane Painsine, no? Season Osari Yaribo, Ariga were really his own. The gero tu paine yalu tua tijawabi. Even when he died, they remained in this family. Even when he died, tu Kuelondware Chetirama, Tutiwayanama, they remained in his family. Turuga, Eri Yariga, Tuyamita Sapio, Chenshiba. We see how the idea of anything belonging to me or you studied. We see the Pirumiyabare, Baumia the lesser how the idea of anything belonging to me or you studied. Now, the Payamasuo, Rangapaine, Mimpaine, Sure, Sekuga, Belusa, and I get the lesser Piru, Niyabi. There was no such idea to begin with. To begin with, the Samabo. There was no such idea to begin with. Samaro, Elosikumu, Mishibau. People all work together for the tribe and not for themselves. People all work together and Luri Alonga Atuga Lalucha. Badutale for the tribe. The Munezu Akono to Laluchare and not for themselves. Turuko to Lalutamho. If they produced a lot of food or other things, everybody in the tribe got his share. If they produced a lot of food, Turuga Satari Miyaji go Tolunine swing or other things, the Tayari go Tolunine swing. Kolulu Miyaya swing, everybody in the tribe got his share. The Munezuma Shia, Luranga Tuye, Wizu ya. Kolula Beme Luranga Wizu, Nizumiaru Yarawe. There were no rich or poor in the tribe. Eri Lumuzurema, Chandaredu, Senedu Tamumishi. They were all sharers in the property of the tribe. The Munezuye Pine Samuma, Truri Alunga, Wizushini Pipa, Shashini Pipa. But as soon as the patriarch started grabbing at the things belonging to the tribe and calling them his own, he began to get rich people and poor people. Or better, as soon as the patriarch started grabbing at the things belonging to the tribe. The Munezu Konganga, no? Munezuga Pine Sign Yarigo Sabio Shure. Shubia Kama, calling them his own. Tarigo two pine yalo call it Kama. We began to get a few Yala Jarave. But let's are rich people and poor people, Chanaredu, Senedu, Delumuli, Twitchunayarave. Have not Saronga, Chanaredu, Senedu, Mishu, Goa Miyaji Polo Bimeluraya. Goa load Osati Miamia, I met a child yoga, Puludu, Puyala Meso in a Goa, Nizumiaru Wizuya. Dine Patriarch Anivio, no, Pisidio, 2 Halu Tenavio, Daria Napine Pisidio, Sabio, Colare Kama, Judare Kama, to Mia United Chanare Duo, Janadru Lebe, a 2 Pine Napines, Usali, Sabio, Pilame, Pilare Kamutero, Pansamu Miadu, Chandaravo, Pansamu Nedu, Siena, Tazamlo, Edipum and Muri Sabio, Yalavari. I shall have something more to say about this in my next letter. Pay enough Lame Sama, Dios a tongue of Bubio Biodiali, Shilawalimi. Okay, at all, a Kupiore Usaga, the patriarch, how he developed. Munezugana, Sarah Munezugana, Pit Jango Baby, the chapter 15 around Pioge, who chapter 16, Munezugana, Pipi and now by Tabio to Blue not to go all the Gila the less with a town you, Purava. Not a Tapiosia, she gets with a town here. Now a Camas and chapter 17 miles and the patriarch becomes the king with a town Puma. Munezukana on a begins with your pillar in Italy, no? Rally, Lila Java me, or the Buddha in Maya Melo Mulemani. Hello, Jutamani.